Hi everyone, welcome to the Town of Light. This is my third time trying to record this game. The first time I had my mic muted for like an hour, so that was fun. And then I got to a point in the game and it just crashed. So I'm gonna go and do this all again, but I might not really have a ton to say because now I've said it twice for the first part of the game, and I'll tell you when stuff's new to me when we've kind of got caught up to where it was. It's a good game. It's based on what really happened to mental illness patients in the beginning of like the 20th century. There's a little warning or whatever, but I'm going to tell you here, it gets pretty dark into some real life stuff. So if that ain't your thing and you don't think you can handle it, then I would suggest just not watching this series. But this is your warning now. Otherwise, we're gonna dive right into it. The Town of Light is based on real events, places, and research concerning mental illness and the life of patients in lunatic asylums from the beginning of the 20th century until their closure. It contains stories which may be disturbing, and they are. The characters and names are fictitious, and any reference to people living or dead is purely coincidental. This game uses an artistic interpretation of a former Italian psychiatric institution for dramatic purposes. Please note that the mental health services have radically improved around the world. If you think you may have a psychological problem, please speak with a local doctor or a specialist. Final warning, this game gets pretty dark. It's a great game so far. Fantastic, the reviews are great, but this is your final warning. If you don't think you can dive into real life issues like this, then turn away.
What's happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
"2016, baby." So there's nothing really in that building. I explored it already. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of exploring. I'm just going to kind of get us going. I was lucky.
This place. Time. Memory.
Dilapidated old building. It's a getting a creepy. I would never come to a place like this in real life because
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll.
This stupid creep elevator. Ugh. Yeah, hold on, peeps. Like I said, I've done this before, so I'm just gonna kind of go from thing to thing so we can get moving. That scared me the first time I opened the door. That, like, ugh, who wrote that stupid face in there, you know? Burp. The creepy broken elevator that definitely won't fall through the floor later. And the creepy wheel. New. No drafts in here. There's a lot of these, like, human anatomy books like this. Like, ugh, they're, like, brutally detailed. Brutally detailed.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte.
Dark,
She
soulless
tucked her
eyes.
in, hugged her.
I am your mother.
Cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving. Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and that surprised me. I didn't understand. At first, I was quite scared. I was afraid that she wanted to hurt me. I lived in constant fear that Mom would abandon her. Because I didn't deserve to live. I didn't deserve to be loved.
Don't say that about yourself. Of course you deserve to live and be loved.
It's cold and it's dark. Look, she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. Nobody can stop us.
No one can stop us.
Charlotte is a good girl.
Charlotte's a good girl.
Charlotte will be comfy here. But it's cold. No, it's cold. Don't shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away. It'll go away.
Can you imagine being an urban explorer and, like, coming in the front door there? You just have this creepy woman and this pushing this creepy doll down a dilapidated hallway. Like, hello, who are you? Like, bye, leaving forever. And Charlotte will never leave this chair, ever. It will never move. It's going to stay exactly where it's supposed to. And if I see it move, I'm burning this entire building to the ground. Okay? We had an understanding with each other? Great. I'm gonna find a stick or something and stick it in that stupid wheel. Every time. Come up, look at it, pass it. Like there's a stupid draft in here or something, but the windows are closed, so, you know. The glass might be broken, but the windows are closed, so there's no way there's a draft. Turn.
The cold has gone away now. You see?
You see?
The light. The warmth.
The demon eyes.
We can do it. The cold will go away. It has to.
Look at those shiny
now
demon eyes.
Enter the ward where everything started.
I don't need help. I've done it a whole bunch now. So this is a long walk, so I'll only show you guys part of it. There's nothing really too interesting that happens. They shut the doors and stuff, and I'll take you. I'll just... Oh, we're gonna fall off? Nope. Inception. Okay, so I'll skip to the interesting part.
One day I turned off the light, but it didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity, a blinding, merciless light. I was 16 years old, and I was afraid, always afraid, a fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I couldn't speak. I was terrified of everything, even thinking. They said they were taking me to a place where the fear would go away, where I would get better. I stopped living in there. They dragged me away and stripped off all my clothes, everything. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days. I was alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore. It was madness. And when you're mad, you cease to exist. She was my only hope in this hell. I was descending down, down among the damned. But that woman and her smile kept me alive.
All right. Yeah. Treated patients like absolute garbage. What a shame. Shame on humanity for doing something like that to people that need it. Question is how she got in this room. If there's bars on the windows and it's locked.
The door is locked from the outside.
Door's locked from the outside. How'd you get in?
Here, the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
Indeed. And then who's unlocking the door? Huh? No, don't open the door. Don't run down the hallway. Hey. Hey, get back here. Get back. Speed me up. Beam me up, Scotty. Come here. New. Ha! Yeah, that's right, demons. I found you. I found you, you stupid doll. Where were you on the night of the murder? We all know the doll was the one that unlocked the door. And I didn't move her. She moved out of her wheelchair just like I said she was going to. Give me my doll. Now give me my doll. Hey. You freaking chunk of a man. Come here. I will gladly trade you a hamburger Tuesday for my doll today. Is that how it goes? I'll give you a chili cheese dog. You want a chili cheese dog? Instead of a hamburger? Double cheeseburger. No?
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. I felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded.
What a sick fuck.
All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Rene obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light. I was being consumed by the evil act I had committed. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
Like, what a goddamn shame. A goddamn shame what they did. Third time I've watched that, I've listened to it. That should never happen to anyone, ever. No less a young, mentally ill patient that needs help. They need help.
She stayed with Renee during those terrible medical examinations, and that gave her the strength to survive.
Cannot believe that would happen to people, but it does. It's unfortunate. And it happened a lot in these asylums.
August 21st, 1938. Confidential. Dear A, I know what you think about these things, so I'm referring a patient to you, Renee T. This wretched girl got out of control and caused trouble in the grounds. She's almost 3 months pregnant. The nurses should be more alert. I'm examining the girl on the 28th. I'll handle things very carefully, don't worry. We don't want to make matters worse.
For your reputation.
Then they said that Renee was crazy, and that the illness was all in her head. Careful, little girl, careful. I was scared, and I didn't talk to anyone about the illness. Only her. Not even the other doctor. He never touched Renee. He just wrote things down. You can tell me everything. Don't be afraid, he said. Everything's going to be fine. Do you want to know what I am writing? I note down what I observe in you, everything I see. He didn't hate Renee. He tried to help her, but he rarely examined her in those small surgeries.
I don't even know, I don't know what to say. Horrendous what happened to this specific patient, but to a lot of patients. It's one of those things you could wish you could go back and help, change, protect them or something.
June 1935. After much theorizing and practice in clinics for the privileged, the moment for action has finally arrived. Volterra is the right place. It's an avant-garde hospital, the perfect place for a doctor who really wants to make a difference. November 20th. Crossing the threshold of the asylum was similar to entering another dimension. A world of smells, noises, and images which it is almost impossible to imagine, describe, or explain. August 1936. The situation is similar to that in many other institutions. The department is overcrowded. Hundreds of patients are supervised by a handful of nurses who are forced to tie the more distressed ones to their beds or to radiators. They do 24-hour shifts. It's impossible to work like this. We doctors rarely see the female patients, and it's the nurses who tell us what's happening to the women. The overpowering stench in the wards, the constant din of shouts and voices that are barely recognizable as human, dirty, naked bodies devoid of any dignity. The lunatic asylum gets under your skin and wears you down. I often consider resigning. I feel useless, impotent, a sort of merciful jailer, a mercy that helps no one and only helps to ease my conscience. March 15th, 1938. Dramas are played out before my eyes every single day, and I try to distance myself from them and just do the best I can. But a girl arrived some days ago. I couldn't avoid her gaze. All she asked in her dignified silence was not to be ripped away from her world. And me. I'm old enough to be her father, the father she never had, who didn't want her, who rejected her without even knowing her. I, too, refused what she asked me. I couldn't do anything but add my signature and consign her to hell. A danger to herself and to others, and a cause of public scandal. This was what was written on the accompanying note from the police headquarters. It was difficult not to agree with it. How much more violence must this poor girl be subjected to? Her gaze is so intense, so far removed from the carefree nature which should be the joyous hallmark of her age. I cried myself to sleep in my solitude. I kept thinking about those sad and frightened eyes staring at me.
From the patients that were mistreated, they had caregivers that were trying to do right by them. And unfortunately, there's a lot of caregivers that tortured them or did whatever they want because they were in this prison system.
March 12th, 1938. Renee T., 16 years old. Menstruation at age 12. Housewife. Father unknown. Mother a seamstress. Admitted in observation yesterday morning from Pontedera, accompanied by a police officer authorized by the examining magistrate of the Court of Pisa to be admitted for a psychiatric evaluation, which I have carried out. Medical certificate. Mental illness preceded by warning signs. Has suffered from depression for a year, believing she had tuberculosis. Food deprivation. We can't read this document. It is forbidden. We mustn't. If they find out, there will be trouble.
It talks about Renee. It talks about you. So we have to read it. Don't be scared. Nothing will happen to you. That's true. We shouldn't read it. Don't be scared. Come on. I have no idea what those mean.
We have to look for Amara. We must hurry. We have to follow the memories and make sure they don't fade.
They won't. Go on.
She is frightened, hears noises and ghosts, presents serious signs of anxiety psychosis, suffers from hallucinations. She is anxious, confused, her expression is distressed, a questioning look as if terrified, disoriented. She feels confused, hears voices shouting in her head. She doesn't understand things properly. She has been feeling unwell for 2 or 3 months. When questioned, she replies, "My mother wants to hurt me. I am always scared of her. She chases me." "Why are you here?" "I argued with my mother and was so upset that I felt like my head was spinning. There was a woman there who wanted to force me into a life of prostitution. They wanted to condemn me to be burned at the stake. Children whispered, called my name." March 16th. She couldn't sleep last night. They wanted to condemn her to be burned at the stake. April 4th. Transferred to the calm ward, still under my supervision. Yes, that's true. The ward where Amara was. Yes, the stake. The children wanted to burn Renee. She had to pay for what she'd done, like witches at the stake.
Was this what frightened you? They were just hallucinations. What had you done to deserve to be punished? I want to know what happened. What do you think you need to be punished this way, right? Not the axe!
April 21st.
The
She's
red
more
X of
awake this
doom.
morning and is responding to questions, complains of headaches. She became agitated when she found out her mother was there. She says that one day, many years earlier, she was with a friend of hers and met a man who made her get into a car and took her for a ride. He made her smoke cigarettes and drink liquor, and the man showed her certain things. He tried to hurt her and made her go crazy. She says he promised to marry her and made her swear to keep what had happened a secret. These facts were essentially confirmed by her mother. After that, she became arrogant, impatient, and hostile towards her family, especially her mother. She started taking off her clothes in public. Her moods would swing from laughter to tears. She rants. She pleasures herself. I can't remember these things, only the guilt, the stake. I know I deserved to pay for that guilt. I knew it even then.
Let's look at the rest of your clinical diary to understand. Everything will become clear. You deserved it because you tried to hide it from yourself. I don't think that's true. What happened to her is terrible, right? I mean, today, she'd be protected, taken care of properly, right? At least I hope. By law enforcement, healthcare professionals, and people will be tracked down that did this. But she goes for help in this mental institution, and the same trauma continues. The same crimes are committed. And nobody helps her. They blame her. And she blames herself because of it. It's... God. You know? We have to look at the rest of the diary to understand. No axe! We win!
She was uncooperative during the examination. She didn't want to be stripped, and her body remained rigid. Voluntary attention almost totally absent. Probable hallucinations. April 25th. Confused ideas, unable to maintain a spontaneous conversation. Reflexes all normal. Reactive pupils. Let's find Amara, and we'll find the full medical records.
Go on. Let's hop to it.
The grounds at the back of the hospital, and then down to the kitchens. This is the road we used to take. If it weren't for her, in the grounds on that bench in spring, so many days. It was an escape, watching nature around us as she talked and smiled. And then there were the kitchens. Sometimes we stole food and ran back to the bench to eat it in secret, and we laughed. She did things to me. Sometimes she touched me. In the shower, I felt her body against mine for the first time. It was a shiver that warmed my soul. Eyes closed, the light slipped away.
Now, at least it was a positive
She wasn't in the
experience,
system.
right?
He wouldn't let her in. That's it. She must be the key to my memories, to the reasons why.
Yeah, it's, at least it was a positive experience, right? It's some awful things happened to her, and she
The scent of spring.
found somebody, you know.
The land of light was far away, and we spent the days chatting on the stone benches.
What the hell was that? Hello?
This was our bench. We often went to the kitchens. She sometimes went on her own when things were going well.
Okay, so this is where it froze last time. So, hopefully it doesn't do that again. But this is, from now on, this is all new to me. Da-da-da. Nice little stroll, huh? Okay. Let's go in the greenhouse, huh? Ah! Fucking Christ. Was that the patient, this Renee, that we're playing as? With a man? I mean, she seemed happy, right? I hope. Totally ruined her childhood. She has no childhood innocence left, you know? I've seen and heard the same kind of thing before. It's that kind of trauma, and then that's...
Come on, let's look everywhere. She must be here, I'm certain.
Yeah, okay, but who shut the door? Is it that Charlotte, the doll, did she come shut the door, huh? She needs to be in the wheelchair under the warm light, and she needs to stay there. She ain't following me around in the grass, shutting doors. No. Not cool, Charlotte. Yikes, did you see the one in the back yelling with her sharp teeth? Gross. What a demon. Ah, fuck. I didn't
Keep
think that could
looking.
open.
We mustn't give up.
Okay, can we shut that? No, shut it.
Where could she be? We've got to talk to her. Everything will be all right. But being here now, I don't like it. Come on, let's look for her, quickly.
Yeah, I don't like it here either. I'm looking, okay?
We can't stay in here too long. They'll find us.
Okay.
When they found us. Come on, hurry. We've got to find her quickly.
Alright, I'm going.
We've got to get out of here. They'll find us.
Who?
But not now. Not yet. Amara's not here. Maybe she's in the showers. We can find her there.
Stop.
The water
Stop,
was
you're
often
freaking me
cold.
out.
When it was cold, we ran away.
Oh.
But when it was hot, then she came to Renee under that cruel white light.
Can I
I
turn the
can
light
still
on?
feel
Oh,
the
thank
shivers her
God.
body gave me. Everything must return to how it was. If we recreate that magic, she'll come to us.
Oh boy. Okay.
Now we have water. We must switch the boiler on.
Oh. Yes, yes. Button. Aha! Let there be heat. Uh-oh.
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms. We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens.
Oh.
We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
Narrow. Why has everything got to be in a narrow corridor, huh? It's a narrow corridor by the kitchens. Why? Why has it got to be that way? Love it. Don't shut. No, Charlotte. Don't sneak up, shutting the door behind me. I ain't having it. Why is there a creepy... Why is it so creepy here? Why is there a creepy bike here? Huh? Gotta go up this stupid staircase. There's a freaking tree in the window. Hello?
Now everything is ready. We can go to the bathrooms. We can go along that narrow corridor in the kitchens. We'll meet her in the showers, yes.
Is this it? Is this the showers? This is another narrow corridor, it looks like.
Everything's ready. Let's get undressed and leave our clothes on the hooks in the changing rooms.
Oh, boy. Okay. Here, right? I already clicked on it. It didn't work. Is that blood? Is that blood? Did I just see blood on the clothing?
Let's turn the water on now, and everything will be as before.
Okay. Whoa! 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 God dang, it's so loud. I'm not... Nope. Eyes down, eyes front. Eyes down, eyes front. What are you doing? Why are you crawling? Oh my God.
Amara was everything I could have been, but she no longer existed. I'd have loved to erase everything I did, but instead I always went ahead and did it again. It was my fault, and she disappeared from my life.
Oh my goodness, it is so loud. She has lost her mind. That is a 1,000-yard stare.
They gave you injections there, which made your body and soul tremble violently. A whirlwind of anguish and unbearable pain. I lived in terror of the next time. They had taken me upstairs to that ward where no one wanted to go.
Oh no. Come on. Man. The story gets just worse and worse. Hello? Hello? Hold on, we gotta check on Charlotte. Make sure that stupid doll's still... That's right, you don't frickin' move! Yeah, that's what I thought. Wheel. I did not open those doors, and that is...
When there was too much chaos, they closed all the windows and the door. They turned off the lights, and it was pitch black. Some people fell asleep. Some others stopped seeing their demons and became more calm.
This game. It's getting to me. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Electrical therapy. What a barbaric, you know, not like that's the only barbaric thing here, but is that a trail of dried old blood? Whoa! That is some creepy artwork. Who put that there? Obviously, they're the ones playing the piano because as I get closer to them, it gets louder. There we go.
They put a straight jacket on you. They gave you a cold shower. They suffocated you with a sheet. They tied you to the bed. They tied me to the bed. A woman died next to me, choked by her own vomit. She was tied down because she wouldn't stop pleasuring herself. I can still hear her death rattle. I screamed, but nobody came. Everybody screamed in there, all of them. It was then I saw the doll, which wasn't Charlotte. No, she wasn't Charlotte.
Who the fuck are you? Huh? I trust nobody. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Is that your dad? Damn it.
The past came back to hurt me again. In the loneliness of that crowded ward, he brought it with him. I thought I would never see him again. He'd come to remind me who I was. That's what my mother used to do. That's what I had done. It seems that my life in here was just a repeat of what it had been outside. The doll, the fear, the shame. I'd have loved to erase everything I did, but instead I always went ahead and did it again.
This poor girl. I cannot believe it.
November 12th, 1939. My dear daughter, it is with great sadness that I heard what happened. Your transfer and your sufferings are a cause of great worry for me.
Fuck you.
It will take time, but you'll see, things will improve. They'll treat you and you'll get better again. I pray a lot, every day. Write to me often and tell me if you need anything. I promise I'll do what I can. Try to be strong. Mom.
No, you put me in here. You put her in here.
This is the last letter she wrote to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I was put into this ward, I was overwhelmed by loneliness. After that medical examination, I received no more letters from Mom. Why is that man here? Why doesn't she come to see me? Did I make a mistake? It didn't seem like she wanted to abandon me. What did I do wrong? I'd like to be able to reply to her again now, to change things.
Please, I beg of you, get me out of this place. It frightens me so much. They've taken everything away from me. Everything. I'm so alone. Nobody knows about me, as if I didn't exist. They hurt me really badly. I don't even know what to say. They hurt me really badly, I guess. Even my friend helped me do something. You were right. I know I was wrong. I realize now I'm so ashamed. No. No, no victim blaming here. Can't keep on living like this without any reason. I can't even cry anymore. God, that's... I have a fear which I can't understand. I'm completely confused. No, I'm not gonna... I don't know. You know, maybe this. But now I'll behave for sure. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. I don't like that. I don't know what happened to me. Sometimes I don't even know where I am. No, because, no. I can't say anything that will keep me here, right? I just wish I could die every night. I hope I don't wake up again. I believe you feel that way. And I can't blame you. They hate me. He hates me. He wants to kill me, but nobody understands. Nobody believes me. That's the one right there. But ding!
Perhaps
Dang
she
it!
would have listened to me. Will she reply?
I got the X. I have no idea what they mean, but I don't want to get an X. Just static. Oh, I thought that was bones. It looked like, you know, it looked like a skeleton from here, which wouldn't surprise me. Excuse me. Somebody say something. Oh, oh God.
The letters were sent to the archive. It was their job to post them.
You think they did that? You think they posted them? No. Both doors don't have to be open. Ah! Yeah, these rooms full of people. Boy. What was that? Hello? Why is this locked? No, what noise was that? Who's here? Who's making noises? I don't like it. I don't appreciate the noises. Huh? Punks? Think you can scare me? I'm unscarable. I'm unscarable. You can't get me. Is that a real skull that somebody's labeled? Okay. They had the patients doing laundry, huh?
When you were
Mistreated
sent
them.
to a lunatic asylum, you lost the right to possess anything. Everything you arrived with was packed up and stored here, even the clothes you were wearing, in case you were released one day, but far too many never left. Dear Mother, please, I beg you, get me out of this place. I'm so frightened here. You were right. I know I was wrong. I understand. I'm so ashamed. If only you knew how much. But now I'll behave myself, I promise. Now things will be fine. I'll work hard. I'll be very good. Your daughter, Renee.
Well, that's not what I put. Not fulfilled, yeah.
This letter. It was Renee's letter, just as she wrote it back then. But it was never sent. Why? Why did this happen? I received your letter, Mom. You tell me to be patient and strong, while I only feel fear and pain. And you don't write to me anymore. If only these words could be my soul, I'd tell you what was happening to me. The kids want to kill me. They all look the other way and tell me what to do. I don't understand. She helps me, but what have they done to her? Can you tell me? Will you help me? Renee.
Not delivered, yeah.
Montefoscoli, July 7th, 1940. My dear daughter, I have received no news from you. You have not contacted me in months. I'm sorry, but I don't have the money to come and visit you. Do you remember Mr. Onofrio? He'll soon be in Volterra for business. I've asked him if he would be kind enough to ask the director for some news about you. I hope he'll bring me some good news when he returns. But please write to me. I know that I was strict with you. You have to forgive me. I didn't think. I've given Mr. Onofrio a new doll for you. You told me that you lost yours, and I know you loved it so much. It's not as nice as your Charlotte, but I hope that it will comfort you nonetheless. Keep your chin up, darling. Everything will be fine, you'll see. Mom. Montefoscoli, October 12th, 1940. My dear daughter, I've written 2 letters to you and have received no reply. Every day, I'm anxiously waiting for you.
Oh, no!
Mr. Onofrio's back. He brought you the doll. Do you like it? He told me he was unable to speak to the director, but managed to see you. I pray for you every day. Even Don Gino said a prayer for you during Sunday Mass. Isn't that nice? I've made up my mind, Renee. I'm bringing you home. I've already written to the director. I told him that I'll take care of you. I'm not very well at the moment and can't work, but I'll get better soon, you'll see. And as soon as I can make the journey, I'll come and fetch you.
Oh, and she
I know
died
you're
because of her
suffering a
health.
lot, but please be strong.
This story gets worse!
Mom will come and fetch us, won't she?
Ah!
Mom is good, but she's not well. That's why that man came. She also sent us the doll. I could have played with it and talked to it while waiting for her to come, but Renee didn't bring it with her. Perhaps she's been abducted like all the others and is locked up here somewhere.
Whoop, whoop, okay. Climbing.
Now we can open the bundle on that table in front of the window. You see? Mom was good. I was bad. Mom was worried about Renee and Charlotte. I abandoned Charlotte. We've abandoned her.
You did not abandon Charlotte.
Let's look for Charlotte.
Oh, geez.
We have abandoned her. Will she still be where we abandoned her, under the warm lights?
She better be. I didn't. Oh, boy. Whew. So we're gonna have a situation here. How can you do that to people? Not the letters? Like, how hard is it to give them the freaking letters? Ah! Or the doll? They obviously didn't want anyone getting better because they didn't care. No, get out of here, fatty. I don't like you. God.
I didn't do anything. I just obeyed orders.
I only obeyed orders.
Charlotte has gone away. Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad.
Orders won't leave us alone. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders. Mom will come and get us now. I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Even though we're bad, Mom won't leave us alone.
I didn't do anything.
Charlotte gone away.
I only obeyed orders.
Mom will come and get us now. She loves us, even though we're bad.
I didn't do anything. I only obeyed orders.
Where are you taking me, huh? Punk? Huh? Why don't you go eat a freaking cheeseburger? You ass. Get me out of this chair, I'll beat you up. I'll take you down, I'll take you all down. What the hell are you doing to me? Huh? Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Let me go. I'll beat you up. I'll take you down. I'll take you down, punk. Huh? Now get out of here. Don't frickin' touch me. What are you giving me a bite stick for? Oh, I know. No electrical therapy. Hey. Get me out of here. Doc, do not. You put those down. That's a barbaric and unscientific way of solving issues, okay? No. Don't you. If I wiggle my head, you can't get me. Come on. Break free. Break free. Hulk strength.
September 7th, 1938. The patient frequently indulges in recriminations expressed in an explosive tone of voice. This morning she threw away the milk, saying it was full of urine, spittle, and all kinds of other filth. Crazed, she hears voices that order her to do things. She says she heard children singing and that they were locked up in a school. January 20th, 1939. Introverted, dazed, cannot focus on anything. When questioned and stimulated, she starts crying and weeping. At other times, she laughs. June 1st. Apathetic. Eats very little. She refuses to be touched. Does not respond. Spends her time in the grounds. The cooks report that she sits on a bench in front of the kitchens. October 14th. Return of impulsive behavior. This morning she asked for 2 eggs to make zabayoni, but when she got them, she threw them up in the air. Excited, clamorous, slightly confused, takes her clothes off. December 8th. Tied to bed for 15 days.
Jesus Christ!
High-spirited, tends to make witty comments and use vulgar words. Laughs hysterically and pleasures herself. The nurses report that about 2 weeks ago she remained in the showers on her own and didn't want to leave. They said that when they took her away, she swore at them and then lashed out and bit them. 2 nurses had to be treated for their injuries. They've kept her tied to the bed since then. Transferred to the slightly agitated ward, from the care of Dr. B to the care of Dr. C. I was with Amara in the showers. My memories are terrifying. They're not real, are they?
Unfortunately, yes, and I wish they weren't. I wish they weren't. Yeah, they're just a figment of your imagination. What reality are you referring to? Memory is what you are, whether it's real or not. Oh man, these are very philosophical questions. Because this would be lying, right? We don't want to do that. That's not healthy, so. Is what you know. What reality? This one. Damn it! I got an X.
December 15th. Dr. C. Patient notes. The abnormality of her psychic state has induced her to lead a life which is irregular and tends towards delinquency. Of fickle and flighty character, she regularly discards her household duties and engages in occasional prostitution. Delinquency? Maybe I answered someone back rudely, yes, and people get on my nerves at times, but delinquency? And prostitution? No, why? Why say a thing like that? The old doctor tried to understand, but this one just labels you without thinking, or even trying to comprehend.
Typical.
Her mental deficiency makes her deaf to the reprimands of her family. She has shown suicidal tendencies. She was brought to the ward yesterday, agitated and hysterical. Treated with cardiazol, 2 injections a week for 5 weeks. They were only trying to confuse us with the therapy, and my God, they succeeded. It was as if they wanted to instill the madness into us.
Yeah, they didn't want to heal you. It was the only treatment they could try. No. There were so many of you. What could they do to manage the hell when there were so few of them? The ends always justify the means of those who wield power. I'm going to say this one. They were definitely overworked, so they started cutting corners, right? Oop. I got another axe!
The therapies removed the light for a while, but also all her will, desire, and hope.
The important thing was to keep us quiet. To a certain extent, they were trying to make you feel better. You were lost souls. The therapy was terrible and painful, but it was the only treatment that existed. I don't know. I'd like to say this one. I'm gonna do it. Ah!
It was torture, but we had no choice. Nobody explained anything. No one tried to help us understand. We were like farm animals.
Yes. You were too many and they were too few. It was impossible to do otherwise. They also had their nightmares within these walls. They didn't know what to do with you. You were damned, dangerous, condemned souls. What could have taken care of you? I'm doing terrible here. I'm getting all these X's. I don't know this one.
June 2nd. After a long period of calm and improvement, the patient is very agitated today and vehemently refuses to submit to a gynecological examination.
I wonder why.
She swears and curses those helping her, flailing her arms and hitting them. According to reports by Dr. B, the patient has been subjected to periodic checkups since she had a spontaneous abortion about 2 years ago in her 3rd month of pregnancy. Conception occurred after she had sexual intercourse with a stranger who sneaked into the hospital grounds. Details are contained in the charges filed at police headquarters in Volterra, a copy of which is attached to these clinical notes. ES therapy. A spontaneous abortion? It's not true. I can't believe it. How could I have invented things if I didn't even know what they were doing to me?
It really happened. They made you have an abortion, but it was illegal, so they reported it as a random incident. That's a lie. What is written here might be false, or just the wrong way of looking at things. Perhaps Renee really didn't know. You can't be sure of it. You know that, don't you? This one. It was illegal, and they reported it incorrectly.
And the stranger in the grounds, I don't remember. Was that another lie?
Yes.
Or was another memory removed? God, my head.
Who knows? We'll never know. There are a lot of things you don't remember, as if you hadn't done them. It wasn't you. Perhaps it was her, the other Renee. You know she did those things. This one. You don't remember because you didn't do them.
June 13th. The nurses report that she descended into a state of great mental confusion after receiving her mother's letter. She threw her soup over another inmate because she was very anxious, and then punched a nurse. Impulsive, flails about her. She rails against the doctor in vulgar terms while he is examining her, lashes out and spits. Block all correspondence to give the patient no further reason to become agitated. August 20th, tied to bed. The nurses report that the patient is extremely agitated after the visit of a relative or family friend. 2 days later, she is still shouting all the time that he commands her, that she must obey and harm herself, and that she is not Charlotte. All visits forbidden, constrained to bed, and intensification of ES therapy until we achieve results.
My God.
Calm down. You must be calm. Don't get agitated. We'll make you calm down. Is that the only thing that matters? Is tranquility worth the price of not living?
No. Hundreds of us, agitated, squeezed into the most inadequate of spaces. Staying calm was essential for our well-being. What alternative was there? In any case, it was a life not worth living. Certainly not. But at least that way from outside everything seemed more acceptable. It certainly wasn't, but from other people's the public's perspective looking in, they were treating you right.
March 3rd. Alert, correct attitude, replies when questioned. The nurses report that the patient is calm. She washes and looks after herself. She affirms the existence of a certain Amara. She says that Amara is a patient who disappeared when she was moved to this ward. No confirmation. Probably a regressive hallucination. Evaluate transfer. Did I imagine Amara? That's not possible. She was there. I know she was there. I feel it. She must have left some traces of her presence.
Let's go!
We can try to find her medical records in the archive where their letters were filed.
There's some strange noises. I don't like it. Is that stupid doll still here? Oh, fuck. I didn't move her. Oh, shoot. Everyone pause. I gotta pee. Okay. Yeah. Where did this doll go with it? I knew that was gonna happen. I knew the stupid doll was gonna move. Who's making noise? Huh? There's noise everywhere. Who's making it? I do not appreciate. Jeez. Charlotte? Are you down here? You better not be.
Amara B., aged 32, housewife, mother of 2 daughters, married to Mario B. So Amara does exist. Yet she had no children and wasn't married, but that photo, it's her. June 3rd, 1936. Admitted yesterday, showing signs of improvement. June 8th. Cheerful, calm, and tranquil. Her behavior is good and she's keeping herself clean and tidy. Discharged on June 10th. April 28th, 1937. Arrived accompanied by her husband in an anxious and nervous state. Has difficulty speaking, trembles. Discharged May 14th. March 8th, 1938. A few days before Renee was admitted, she told me that she too had been admitted only a short time previously. Arrived yesterday in a febrile state. Discharged March 14th. She didn't leave. Certainly not after a few days. No. June 22nd, 1939. Readmitted once more. The patient shows rapid improvement. Discharged July 2nd. August 1st, 1941. The latest of many admissions due to agitation. Discharged August 27th. She came and went, stayed only for short periods, but I remember she was always with me. What's going on? March 4th, 1942. Back again, the same situation. March 8th. Compared to previous admissions, the patient seems depressed even after a few days, although her demeanor is calm and she is attentive. Discharged March 25th. April 2nd. The patient is distracted and apathetic. Her husband brought her here and said, "She's not eating, doctor. She spends all her time sleeping. I'm so worried, doctor. You know her. You can help her." April 6th. Tuberculosis. Patient transferred to the Maragliano Pavilion and is in isolation. May 3rd, 1942. Death from tuberculosis at approximately 8:30 a.m. Is Amara dead? Poor dear friend, I wasn't even able to say goodbye to you. Enclosed is a manuscript written by the patient, probably in a state of delirium. I'm dying.
What's making noise?
I know it. I'm losing a lot of blood, bleeding internally too. It's strange. Since I came back in here, I can't stop thinking about that little girl with her sad eyes, her desperation. I only saw her for a short time, it's true, but she remains in my heart. Will she still be here? I hope to God not. I hope she's better and her mother's taken her home. My memories don't match up. What's the point of this? Perhaps my memory is playing tricks on me. Things are not as I remember them, as I see them. But she said she liked me. I just can't understand it. I just wanted to say goodbye to her for the last time. I never even said goodbye to her.
Oh.
How could a soul survive in this hell? I so want to feel things again. Pain, passion. Feel the damn tears rolling down my face. To remember that I was alive.
Well, I think this is a good spot to at least stop an episode. I don't know if I'm going to make this 2 episodes, 3 episodes, I don't know. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.